You can have all the confidence in the world, but if your eye contact is just a little bit off, you might be sending all the wrong signals without even realizing it. So let's dive into this. We're about to decode the secret power of our eyes and how mastering a few simple hacks can totally change the game in every social interaction you have.
How long do you think it takes for someone to make up their mind about you? A minute? 30 seconds? Nope. The science says it's just this long. 3 seconds. That's it. In just 3 short seconds, people are already sizing you up and judging your social value.
And in those first few critical seconds, if you're the one who looks away first, or worse, if you look down, you've just told them everything they need to know. You've signaled weakness. You've literally placed yourself on a lower rung of the social ladder without ever saying a single word. Okay, so let's get right to the heart of the problem. In pretty much every conversation, there's this invisible force, right? This pressure that makes holding someone's gaze feel really intense. Learning how to handle that pressure is the key to mastering any social situation.
It's got a name: social tension. It's that antsy, uncomfortable feeling you get, that urge to just glance away or check your phone when someone holds your gaze for more than a second. And trust me, failing to manage this one thing is the root cause of so many social hiccups, from totally bombing a job interview to just not getting the respect you deserve.
So, what's the #1 mistake? The one that 99% of people make when they feel that pressure build and they have to break eye contact.
It's this. They look down. You should never, and I mean never, break eye contact by looking down. Think about it. Looking down is a universal sign of submission. It's like you're bowing to them. A high-value person doesn't do that. Instead, you look to the side, or you look up. Why? Because when you look to the side, it looks like you're thinking, like you're processing what they just said. It projects confidence and intelligence, not weakness.
All right, let's get into our first actionable hack. This one is called sticky eyes. And it's a super simple technique to build that magnetic charisma that makes people feel like they're the only person in the room. So here's how it works. The key is what you do the moment a conversation wraps up. Most people, they just snap their gaze away to escape that social tension. You're going to do the exact opposite. I want you to imagine your eyes are coated in warm, sticky honey. Hold their gaze for just 1 extra second and then, slowly and smoothly, pull your gaze away.
This sends a powerful subconscious message that you're engaged, you're interested in them. But, and this is a big but, there's a very fine line here. 1 extra second makes you seem warm and confident. 5 extra seconds, well, you start to look less like a friend and more like a serial killer. So, practice is definitely key.
Okay, on to our second hack. This one's called the love triangle. And listen up, because this technique is specifically for creating romantic interest and attraction. And the wild part? It works without you saying a single word.
Okay, so it's called the triangle method. Instead of just staring into their eyes, which can feel a little bit like an interrogation, you create a subtle little triangle with your gaze. Here's how. First, look at their left eye for a second or two, then gently shift to their right eye, and then, this is the key, briefly drop your gaze down to their lips before bringing it back up to their eyes. Now, a huge warning here. I gotta be super clear about this. Dropping your gaze to someone's lips sends a very, very strong signal. So please do not use this in a professional setting or with friends, unless, of course, you want to communicate some serious romantic interest. This one is strictly for building attraction.
All right, so we've covered charisma and attraction. Now let's talk about confrontation. Our third hack, the anchor, is like a psychological superpower for those high-pressure moments when someone's trying to intimidate you.
So what do you do in that situation? When a boss is trying to belittle you in a meeting or someone's trying to bully you into a corner, how do you project unshakable power and completely flip the script?
You use the anchor. See, when we're nervous or in an argument, our eyes tend to dart back and forth between the other person's eyes. This creates this tiny, almost imperceptible head shake that signals instability. The anchor technique is so simple. Just pick one of their eyes, let's say their left eye, and lock onto it. That's it. Don't move your gaze, don't change your expression, just hold.
And the psychological effect this has, it is profound. Your face becomes completely still, almost like it's carved from stone. And that stillness is incredibly unnerving for the person trying to dominate you. They expect you to flinch, to react. And when you don't, their brain kind of short circuits. They get uncomfortable, and I guarantee you they will be the one to look away first. And in a power dynamic, the first person to look away loses.
And now for our final bonus tip, and honestly, this might be the most important one of all. It's called the hunter's gaze. Because here's the thing, you can do everything else perfectly, but if your eyes look fearful, the whole illusion just falls apart. The difference between looking scared and looking focused is so subtle, but it is everything.
Let's just think about the biology for a second. When we get scared, adrenaline makes our eyes go wide. It's the classic deer in the headlights look. That screams fear and panic. A predator, on the other hand, has relaxed, controlled eyelids. It signals cool analysis, focus, and control. You want to have the hunter's gaze, not prey eyes.
So how do you actually do it? Well, it's not about squinting like you're staring into the sun. The secret is to slightly raise your lower eyelids while keeping your upper eyelids totally relaxed. Try this in a mirror. It completely transforms your gaze from one of shock to one of intense, calm analysis.
At the end of the day, your eyes are telling a story without you ever saying a single word. Every glance, every break, it all says something about your confidence, your interest, and your power. After learning all this, the only question left is, what story are you going to let your eyes tell about you?